They write all sorts of things about EMI on the internet and people reacted differently, but today I'll show you how EMI's gel and base corrections actually held up. So the full cycle of materials was used on my Liza, and let me remind you, she's a hairdresser and she just ruthlessly wears out her nails. By the way, here I'm showing the device I use at work, the Dr. Alex SP 130, and while I'm removing the coating, I'll keep telling you about Liza's nails. I do the toughest tests on her because she neglects her nails. They're always in water under a lot of stress and her nails curve down a lot. All the conditions here mean these nails shouldn't last. If something does hold up on her, it's truly a quality product. That's why I think I've passed the toughest crash test on EMI. Here I'm showing Lisa's cuticle treatment again, now using the updated Neposredstva Ponov P07 pusher with a matte design. As you can see, the cuticle remains firmly attached and difficult to work with no pocket. We're going to treat it with talc and bits, and while we do, I'll share today's plans. Today we also plan to cover the nails completely with the EMI line, since the brand has proven itself very well and we really like both the color palette and their hardness and durability. So we really have no complaints about them at all, so that's what we'll be doing today. Kind of like, I don't know, tell me, do you think this is a Korean design or not? So Liza has once again chosen something interesting. Right now I have scissors in the frame and I'm showing the cut, and I just want to say, Liza, she truly is unique. Nothing about her is like anyone else. For example, she lacks a pocket, her nails are very curved, and her hands are golden. But during the manicure, of course, it's not easy for me because even the position of the scissors while cutting is actually wrong here, simply because I can't get them under the cuticle line. Nevertheless, we manage by using a file, and sometimes we use nippers, especially when there's almost no pocket left, when it goes down to practically nothing. I've finished the manicure and I'm starting the coating using a dehydrator. I've tested the EMI dehydrator for a while and ordered a liter bottle since I ran out of my old one. Next, I'll show the full sequence. The dehydrator, also known as nail prep, is important because we need it to thoroughly prepare the nail plate. After we've degreased everything, we take Ultra Bond, also from EMI. I have Ultra Bond. This is a special liquid that fills in our tiny scratches, which we made to roughen up the nail and prepare the surface. It's a kind of primer. If anyone has ever put up wallpaper or done renovations, you know you definitely need a primer before you start. Next is our base. The base is an elastic base. And here, by the way, I showed you an interesting life hack. I don't know, maybe many of you already knew about it. But if the square lid is inconvenient for you, it happens sometimes, you can just remove it and use the base that's inside. The little lid. Then you can easily put it back on and neatly place your jar on the shelf. Next, I have this kind of gel for upper and lower forms. It's a gel cream, so it has a very creamy texture, but it tends to be on the dry side. The self-leveling. And here is our super downward growing nail, and I'm showing with the brush that we'll be applying our cream gel from the highest point. This gel is ideal for situations like this because it stays in place and doesn't run while you work with it. And I'm not even talking about the fact that this gel is actually perfect for sculpted French manicures. So here is the edge. I'll show you now. This edge holds perfectly, nothing runs or spreads at all, so wherever you place it, it stays right there. But it's also great for situations when you need to fix or adjust something. This gel will also be perfect, and then I use a gradient brush to blend this gel out as much as possible. As you can see, my nail looks straight and flat from the side. That's trendy now, because we decided to do something like a Helmi gradient, which is kind of a lazy version of a gradient, just to, I don't know, save time. I find it easier than blending with regular polish, though it depends on the color. Gels don't always have every shade, especially super bright ones. Here we have a simple, slightly alternative version from the Baby Boomer series. We've filed everything here. I'm showing how much volume is left inside, under the nails, and of course we'll definitely need to file it out. And there are several steps here, so first I take a carbide bit, and then I'll use a thin one, maybe a diamond bit. This is what the first step looks like, and that's exactly how it should look. That's normal. Next I tilt and I start shaping those parallel edges that grow downward with a file working on them, so that my architecture looks really beautiful, trendy and modern, the kind that everyone really likes. And this way I get beautiful bases. Filing this down with a drill is perfectly fine. Also, as you can see, the gel cured perfectly. I'm demonstrating how I refine hard-to-reach areas using a diamond bit that tapers down and has a textured yellow or green notch. But as you can see, it turned out just fantastic, and we get the cleanest, most beautiful undersides that look as attractive as possible. I think the aesthetics here are just off the charts. We take the cleanser again and remove all the dust. Now it's time for the Gamma base. The main feature of this particular base is coming up. What we really liked is this unusual color. I mean, we all know about nudes and pink milky shades, but here we have a very pleasant, super neutral gray shade with a delicate shimmer. It's something that's really trendy right now. In my opinion, it's very cool and alternative. I know not everyone will like it, but we really do. We decided to stretch this base gel out to almost nothing so the tip stays white. I'll do this using a gradient brush. And then, shade 523 from the new EMI collection. This shade, Liza was almost fainting over it because in her opinion, in her eyes, it's just super trendy. And when I applied it, I was just amazed. We ended up with a rubbing effect like that trendy Korean semi-transparent rub, so now you don't even need to rub it in, right? So, here you go, a gel polish that gives you exactly the same effect. It was really cool. We covered some nails with just a top coat, and on others, we'll do some designs. I have some charmicons here from different collections. Actually, EMI has a lot of these charmicons, so Liza picked out a variety of different inscriptions for herself. The funniest one is this. I look great and get a lot of compliments, humor, zoomers, but she says she really likes everything, she enjoys it, and actually we repeated this phrase together several times, but it's kind of our own personal vibe. Next is the paint that I've really come to love. I think it's just an amazing combination. Mercury paint and these little stars. Maybe they have some kind of name? The main idea is to place a dot, pull out the side, and the rays completed everything with the times. And I think the Zoomer manicure mission is accomplished today. Oh right, cuticle oil. Cuticle oil is everything for us. It's definitely a small amount of oil, then a little massage, and you can admire the result. Just a reminder, I checked all the rules, regulations, and sanitary standards, or wherever you look this up. It's not stated anywhere that you can't use oil with a brush. You can, but there are certain conditions for doing so. You should only do a manicure with coating on healthy nails. If something looks wrong, don't apply the coating or use oil. That's all from me. Bye bye.